Why did I pick up a broken yellow man mug? I can interact with it. Broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the whirling in rags dumpster. It depicts a person in of Sumerian descent frolicking in a field of saffron, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. Oh, jeez. Seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial area antique. Can I interact?
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Apparently there's quite a lot to read. Look at all the content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
My brain is being quite honest at this point. The mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use an example of what not to do. Okay. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. Wow. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, fraud, and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Right. The mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, let's interact with my notes.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Yeah, we did throw it down the toilet, that's true. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Amazing.
It's a metaphor for you.
My brain is such a dick. That's just rude. Right, brain, tell me more.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Brain is mean, I kind of like it. Okay, so your tie is even worse. Inspect the toilet paper. Oh, don't do that. Smell the ledger. We can do that. We'll go down the list. Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off. Leave it there. It's cool. Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same. Right, take it off.
Still wet. The toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better.
Excellent. Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Okay. Run your finger across the aluminum, I guess.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Yeah. Also, I'm mistaken. That was definitely aluminium. Spelled differently as well. So, Lieutenant, what's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Okay. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Okay. Have a funny aside along the TP line. I asked Samo's mom for a TP roll a week back, and I got a text message. I'm curious where this is going. Carry on. Also, Brain, tell me things.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Thank you, Logic. Other Brain.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Excellent. How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Yeah. What the bugger is a TP? Wonderful. Yeah, fair enough. So, what light has the right wavelengths?
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Oh, good.
This means you can read the watermarks. if you just turn the lights on.
Thank you, interfacing. Right. That's all.
Okay.
He returns to his notes. It was a funny slang moment. It was, that's true.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
Excellent.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Okay. What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Great. Brain hit me.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure I completed them.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
No. I probably did.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Right. Brain hit me.
God knows I've made my share. He tries not to think of them.
Okay.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Okay. There's mention of a naming convention.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Okay. Brain.
A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh no. And they're written in capital letters.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Oh, there's more.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
Excellent. So I was a ham.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Okay. Hey, Kim, my case appears to have employed naming conventions.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
Nope. Titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Really? Why?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
Oh, okay. I seem to have a case named the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head.
Awesome.
That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
I approve wholeheartedly. Continue.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
Good call. What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head.
Good
He
God.
died. It was a workplace accident.
Okay. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Excellent. Continue.
Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper using the pen Lena gave you. Excellent.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity.
Continue.
Inspect the victim's body.
Good.
Get the body down.
Excellent.
Interview the cafeteria manager.
Good, good. Continue.
It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already done.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you.
Good, good. That's so funny. I think I did it with Kim's pen in one playthrough and a broken pencil in another. Awesome! I like attention to detail like that.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Okay. Kim, have you by any chance named this case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man, the Furies are at home in the mirror, the setting sun, shit on a stick. Let's be poetic. The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest. I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also,
He furrows his brow.
could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
He's trying so hard. Okay, Brain, tell me things.
Yes, yes, you know what that normal name is, but it's so plain. Anything else, please.
Okay, so my conceptualization doesn't like the idea of using something like the Hanged Man, which would be boring. The Setting Sun.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that, so...
I'm just doing this to be a pest at this point.
Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Mundane, usual?
He's trying so hard. Right, Brain?
Usual is boring. We don't do that.
Apparently we don't do boring, so shit on a stick it is.
Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger,
Gotcha.
they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
Fine.
Fun is outlawed with this guy. What a knock!
Everybody, meet my necktie. Okay. Well, I don't have another name, or I could go with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man it is.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Well, at least Kim's happy. My tie is probably pissed.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Also, I appreciate that this game just made me use the sentence that my tie is not going to be happy with this. Right. Close the case files.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Oh, I can logic out the cases. Okay. Go.
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000, the next world mural.
Okay. When is the tie ever happy? That's fair. Wait. Weren't those officer precincts?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
HBD or HDB might be my name?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I once had a rubber ducky tie. It was quite happy. These days I have a skull tie. That's a good one. Has a nice skull at the bottom. That's about it though for good ties. So I could pretend I'm Horace Debbie Berenger, or Haram Darjan Bazinki, or those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them. Wow, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that.
I got nothing here either.
Thank you, Logic.
Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with, but it's the one you got. So sorry.
You only met with one happy tie. It was a rainbow tie with happy faces on it. Nice! Okay, other brain, tell me things.
Yeah, we're staying out of this business for now. HDB is bad news from yesteryear. It's shit, honcho.
So, the only part of my brain that could tell me who the fuck I am doesn't want to because it'll make me sad. So that's nice. How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Oh, right. That will take all the time in the world, and we've got to get this body down in order for me to, get paid. So, I can revisit this.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Okay, browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
Excellent. Apologies, by the way, there is more to the game than this. I just found a very important thing that I have to look through. Brain, tell me things.
Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Okay.
You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
I mean, that is true. Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Misconduct fine?
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Any chance I can find these kids?
But they appear pleasantly vague.
Interesting. Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Interesting. Enough.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
Excellent.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Okay. Look at the clipboard itself.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Oh, right. My person's obsessed with light blue. Or, sorry, with blue in general. What'd you say the color was?
Blue.
Right, brain.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Why am I obsessed with blue? Right, shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Tell me more.
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How do I open it?
With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Right. I have a very, very bad chance of opening this. Screw it. Let's try.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly,
Good.
the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Okay. Slide the drawer open.
without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
And what's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
I was hoping for my badge. Fucking kill yourself, you asshole. I can yell at my own brain. Amazing. Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Excellent. And the card?
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Okay, give it a whiff.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Interesting. Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand.
This is going to be dangerous for my brain, isn't it?
A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting.
Excellent.
Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
Aw, my name's Harry. That's lame. Right, brain?
Throw it away, please.
Oh. My brain is not happy with me. But it will make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Aha! So I can read the card and make myself very sad, or I can throw it into the wind. I'm super curious about where the fuck we're coming from, so... read the card.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out, you're asleep behind me. It says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road.
Okay.
Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Aw, keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
This is gonna be sad eventually, isn't it? Keep reading.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
Good.
You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
Oh no!
No, hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Good call.
Detective, is everything all right?
Well, looks like we're falling sideways. Game. Loading. Loading. I can talk to the title. What? What just happened?
There is nothing.
What? Did the game just reset?
Again.
Oh no. It didn't reset, but I'm recovering from passing out. Okay, so nothing.
Nothing said, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
My reptilian brain is talking to me now. Okay, I guess we just lie here, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Excellent. Well, if it isn't my old friend Ancient Reptilian Brain, right? Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
How's limbic system? Don't know. Haven't seen him yet. Well, I haven't seen him in this pass out.
He speaks
There we go.
of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Right. So I'm a broken person. No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Right. Thank you, Rain.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow.
Well, that's much more poetic, you gotta admit.
Because it's always there.
Okay, I gained a thought, white morning. Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Okay. Was that the X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No. It was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Right, my brain is not happy with me. Enough. Lie there, motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And it's...
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Well, we're alive. Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Okay. I lost my ledger, which makes me sad.
Drink. Water.
Lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. Yeah, okay.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Okay, we've recovered some health. That's nice.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
He's right, you know. Drink some more.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
Thank you, Bornson. Disagreed.
What happened?
Right. Came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. I was dehydrated, won't let it happen again. Fuck it, climb out of the motor car. I should ask you the same. Well, let's ask him the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
Okay. Well, I came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past.
That does sometimes happen.
Now it's the ledger of failure and hatred. Good God, am I dramatic. Okay, Brain, tell me things.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
Okay, continue.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Yeah, let's solve the case.
Good.
Okay, so my ledger is no longer a ledger. Oh God, it's a ledger of failure and a hatred. -2 to authority. That's okay. There we go. Let's get the ledger out. We can have a +1 to Inland Empire and a +1 to empathy. Probably don't need the pry bar at the moment, though. Excellent. Now then. What was I doing? Oh, right. This thing I needed to... What was it? I needed to call somebody.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
How do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Excellent. Brain, tell me more.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Excellent. Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canema comes to life with a whiny growl.
That is loud. Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
Okay.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay. And stand in front of machine.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
Okay.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Okay, look at the street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Canema's headlights.
Okay. Look around yourself.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Okay.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
Puts his finger near the top of the map, a segment of coast jutting out into the ocean. Okay. Yeah, seems nice.
No, it does not.
Right, look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Okay, tally up the rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Okay, and the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them.
You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
Well, that healed my morale anyway. And the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
Interesting.
That's it.
Hey, Kim, what do all the holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Okay, Brain, tell me things.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
Thank you, Rhetoric. Continue.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
No idea. Do you really think I have any idea?
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we?
Continue.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see.
Continue.
Wow, more than 200.
216 to be exact.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Okay, so I was a good detective. So you're saying I used to be a super cop. Okay.
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
Let's do.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer. That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, fair enough.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers. Okay.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Okay. Let's ask him. Have you ever killed anyone?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate. Brain, tell me more.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Okay, fair. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look. Well, that's fair.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Such as?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Thank you. Right. Brain?
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Okay. Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Okay, and that completes that task. Beautiful. Now I just need to get money together to pay for the damages, and in order to do that, I need to get the body down, and in order to do that, we have to go to the docks. Do any of you have side conversations with your brain like this? Not like this. Do I have conversations with myself? Sure. With very particular parts of my brain? Not really. So let's get some perception going. There we go. Now I actually have perception. Beautiful. Do I have more skill points to use, by the way? No. Okay. How about you, Daragos? Oh, right. I have to talk to you, by the way.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
It's true. Why were you in the greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so.
Okay.
Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
That's cute. Brain, tell me more.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Okay. Squint your eyes and look at her intently. And I have a very high percentage of passing whatever this is. Go.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
The traffic jam.
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Ah. Sometimes rather close to this while I've missed lots of sleep. I mean, that's fair. I don't know, I get rather introspective at times, but I don't think I get to the point where I'm actually speaking in conversation to myself. Although, I can't say I haven't done it, so... Are you by chance keeping an eye on us?
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about.
She looks towards the yard and her expression clears.
The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
Yeah, him.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
Fair.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
The lieutenant intervenes, looking at her intently.
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
Fair.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
Excellent.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Right. Off we go. Do you ever respond with not fair, this is horse crap? Only when I decide I have to go to work. Goods for the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Okay. What's this? Closed for winter, please use main entrance. There's another guy over here. Most able-bodied men. Excellent. And jump jams. Okay. We need to get... the Freet. 3 T's, how idiomatic. When I was in the mandatory military service some 10 years back, I went almost 3 days without sleep while doing rather exhausting activities. Shit was getting annoying, kind of trippy. That's fair, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Whoa. Okay, so this would be... This would be the protest. Right. Let's go down here a little ways. Foreign car kept in good condition. What's in here? Money! Yeah. Just stealing some crap, it's fine. And a white tank top. I'll take it. Out of curiosity, one physical instrument as opposed to... Nah, I'll keep my conceptualization, that's fine. And there's a monument here. Horseback Monument. Fancy. An old monument stands in the middle of a traffic island pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with an aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Felipe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Felipe II, the opulent, father of Felipe IV, the insane. Excellent. Continue.
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
Okay. Encyclopedia, tell me more.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
I had a decent chance.
High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Thank you, game. Okay. White Morning. Little guy gets further and further away. Temporary research bonus, native 1 authority. Interesting. That's the shit compressor. I got that already. Feminist agenda. Lonesome long way home. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else around. What's this? Bold slogan, Humanox. Covers the truck. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to get this body down somehow.
Wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Some thoughts give you more skill points, but you don't know what they are until they've been internalized. May not be relevant to what you're trying to do. Oh, okay.
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century. as golden as her smile.
Okay, other brain, more.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
She could be grandma. Don't know. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Let's call her grandma.
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Wait,
Lieutenant stops me before you can snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
He's got a point, actually. Okay, alright. Fair, fair. Alright, let's move on. Well, there's the protesters we can speak to. There's some loose change. I'll take that. Let's see what the store has as well. Also, whatever this is. Magnesium. Excellent. Okay. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips, too. Okay. Melancholy pop song. Okay, what's on the board?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, I can sell bottles here. What's the machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Okay, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
Okay. That's a good question, actually, so good on you. Stitchy got knocked back for Stitchy Bitch, yeah. A friend of mine was named Pretty Butthole. And eventually, like, it was able to register, and then about 6 months later, Twitch decided it wasn't okay anymore and got rid of it, so he had to re-register an account. Right, how do I pick up stuff for the Terror Machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
Alright.
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there.
Thank
somewhere.
you. Alright, what's this?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
If I had 4 real, I could get 1 endurance. Okay. What's the raincoat?
What is what? It's a raincoat.
It's a stupid question. That's fair. Been around a few years with this Nick, I think. Nice.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
She taps the glass counter. The raincoats patiently await purchase. Okay. And what's this?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay.
Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Excellent.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Okay, what do they do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is...
She stops.
I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Okay. Can you be a little more specific?
No. Sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Brilliant. Don't remember when I got a Twitch account, probably around the same time The Boys Season 1 came out. Okay, fair enough. So I can buy drugs here. That's good. And what's in there?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
I do need to pick up smokes.
There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Say nothing, just take it in.
The beauty, the truth, the poetry of it all.
Thank you, conceptualization.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
Brain is telling you something, right?
Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
I can't afford anything anyway. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
That's fair. Brain is telling you something important. It's true. Right. So we can't afford anything here, which is fair enough. We need a bag to sell bottles to the store, which is a thing that happens. I guess it's like a return, but still. And where do we go for the body? Hold on. Track down gun, badge, armor. Oh, right, the number on the victim's armor. Let's do that. Everybody in this game throws our poor protagonist so much shade. I mean, he is kind of a dick, but yeah, they really do.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
And
Pull out toolbox and
pick up the radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
There we go.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Okay, Brain, tell me more.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Okay. I think that's all I need.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Right, close the door. And for the body... Okay, this is just on a timer. This is a timer. Pay for damages. Right. Oh, this has the skill checks I can do. Nice. Okay. That's handy. Can I see the body? Report the badge missing. Okay. Read the watermarks. Okay. Victim's tattoos. Getting the body down. There we go. Harbor. Ask for Everett Clare's help. All right. To the harbor. I'm guessing this is the harbor, by the way. Okay, you got people there, you got people there. Who are you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. Claire is one of my top 3 characters in the game. Nice. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Uh-oh. The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everyone else. Incidentally, alpha male. definitely means that it's not ready for release yet. Continue.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Fucking hate Claire, but he's a really well-made character. Fair enough. I mean, well-made characters, you should be able to hate them. No, I'm not looking to kill anybody.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Okay. What kind of cause are you talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Sounds reasonable.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Okay, so he might not actually believe what he's saying. I don't think I've chosen sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
He's got a point.
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Right, let's go talk to the other guy. My favorite villain is Handsome Jack from the Borderlands series. Okay. Wouldn't say you hate him, but he is a dick. Ah, that's fair. Oh, we can go up here. Scab asks a man with the jolly eyes, tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What's a scab? I know what a scab is, but my character doesn't, so tell me what a scab is.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Okay. Don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe.
Yeah, it's true.
But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
You're the man in boots at the gates. Kuno says you know about the armor. Yeah.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
Yeah, fair enough.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
He's got a point.
So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Right, but the probe into the armor, what'd you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
Solid.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Tell me more.
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Okay.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
Okay.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. 3 parts missing. The helmet. 4 in total. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. Okay. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Okay. So, what about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna find all the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
Yes, we're ripping the body apart to take the boots.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
Thank you, Rhetoric.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
So, Kuno used us to scare you.
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
Electrochemistry is just all about the drugs. Excellent. Thank you for your cooperation.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
That's fair. I need assistance with a dead body situation.
Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
Does that mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful.
Tell me more, Brain.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
Ah, so do I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Right, who's Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
I like him. Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Right.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Stop.
Okay, I like this guy. So what you're actually saying is quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation,
Not happening.
or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Measurehead is fucking hilarious. Nice. Have any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Gotcha. Anybody actually beat him physically?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Gotcha. Another thing.
Sure.
Any chance you have any spare cash?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
I am not gonna catch it.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such.
Right.
Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi picks up the coin and hands it to you.
Appreciated.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
Right. I come here investigating a murder, but you know that already.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
I like him. It's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved. Whisper, I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, let's go for that.
That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. Don't tell me. It's a better day that way.
Right, what's the strike about?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Legit.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Alright, get moving then. And just for funsies, let's go up here and... Whoop, what's this? Hold on a tick.